Hi parents, it's Mr. Light. Today we're starting our unit on light and systems of the body and the eyeball. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a couple of lessons. I think there's about 5 weeks here that we're going to be focusing on different aspects of the body. Now, I'm actually not going to be running through a lot of this. We're looking at a curriculum called Mystery Science. And so a guy named Doug from Mystery Science is going to lead kids through a lot of what's going on here. These videos are probably more important for you to kind of get an idea on what it is you should be focusing on with your son or daughter as they work through this. So the first video sets up what we call a phenomena in science. Now, a phenomena is a real world kind of problem or situation that we want kids to figure out. We want them to figure out the science behind this phenomenon. And the phenomenon we're looking at is what's called an anchor phenomenon. It's an anchor for the entire 5-week lesson. So every time we finish a lesson, we're going to come back to this anchor phenomenon and add to what we've learned. So that by the end, we will have a really firm understanding of lots of the different systems of the body and how they relate to the phenomenon. So the phenomena today that we're really setting up is looking at an owl and how an owl actually catches prey. We're going to eventually get into muscles and bones. We're going to get into the eyeball and the brain, how owls see at night, all these kinds of things. So today what we're doing is we're really just watching a couple of owl videos and getting kids' initial thoughts. We get this idea of what's called an initial model. They're going to be having a sheet of paper that looks similar to this with this owl. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue to add to this model as we move throughout the lessons. So today, we're really just looking at initial thoughts for the students. So they're going to be making a model. Now a model in science is any representation that represents whatever the situation of the phenomena is. So a lot of times models exist on paper. A model could be, the classic model is like the model of the cell made out of macaroni. That is a model, but not all models are actually 3D things. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at this drawing of an owl, and they're going to be placing on here different things that they think helps the owl attack that mouse. Then we're going to learn next time about muscles, and then we're going to add to that. Then we're going to learn about eyeballs. We're going to add to that. We're going to learn about the brain. We're going to add to that. And so by the end, this picture should be very complicated with lots of different things on it, all explaining how this owl catches the mouse. So with a model, it doesn't have to be terribly complicated. A lot of pictures, arrows, maybe some words that just label things, but it should not be like a paragraph worth of information. So this is more like a flow chart of how things are working. So today, they're going to be looking at their original model. It's very important that your son or daughter actually share their model with you, and you can give them some pointers. Don't spill the beans on everything that's out there in terms of how the body works, but at least give them some pointers as, hey, that's a really good idea. I wonder if this is involved. I wonder if that's involved. And see if we can't get them some kind of an initial model that shows us where they're thinking. Kind of just ask questions that are clarifying, not offering new information. The key to all of this, the entire unit, is that students are figuring it out for themselves. And you're going to see that as we go, the students are actually going to be figuring out how these different parts of the body work. I don't want you to tell them, is what I'm telling you. I want the questions and the conversations you should be having with your son or daughter really involve clarifying their own thoughts and making sure that their own thoughts are moving in the trajectory that's going to lead them towards how they can explain the phenomenon. Thank you very much for all of the hard work that you've put in with your son or daughter this year. If you have any questions, please contact your teacher, or you can contact me at likescience2020@gmail.com, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like science and you like this video, feel free to like this video below and subscribe for future updates.